let's move to the another point. Let's say you need a new parameter in your child class. You have to create a constructor function for your child class, but the parameters that can be initialized in a parent class will be initialized using the super function. Super function will target the parent class, and this is example of it, where the class name is parent and the child class name is parent, which is a child class. Okay, and you have to print this in your output. Now the types of inheritance. What are the types of inheritance? The first is single inheritance, and the second one is multiple inheritance. What is single inheritance? Single inheritance, it means all the inheritance we saw above was single level. What is multiple inheritance? Multiple inheritance means there will be two parent classes and one child class. Means there are two parent class and it is one child class. Uh, and and the child class will inherit all the attributes and the method from both the parent class. Remember, it is for both the parent class. Note, if the note the constructor function will be inherited of the first class, which is inherited. This is MRO, and MRO stand for method resolution order followed by Python. And this is an example of this, where you can read the class name is father and the class name is mother, and the child class is obtaining from both father and mother. Another is multi-level inheritance. What is multi-level inheritance? This is a basic case where we will have grandparent class, parent class, and child class. Means unlike the grandfather, father, and child. So this applies here also. The attribute and the method are passed on through all the classes. So this is example of this. The class is grandparent. The class name is grandparent, and the parent name, then the parent class is parent to grandparent, and the child class is child parent. Okay. Now the another topic is polymorphism. What is polymorphism? So it is very important topic. Let's understand what is polymorphism. Polymorphism is a core concept in object-oriented programming, which is OOPS. Okay, the word means many forms, and in programming it allows the same in and it allows the same interface or method name to behave differently depending on the object or the context. What are the types of polymorphism? Polymorphism can be achieved in Python in two ways. Way, well, if we talk about compile time language, there are three ways, but Python does not support method overloading. What is method overloading? Method overloading means having same name method inside class, but the parameters will be different but in Python the latest definition will override the previous one. What is method overriding? Method overriding, this is where a child class overrides a method of parent class, and Python decides the runtime which method to call based on the object type. So this is example of it. Here you can read this class animal, and the definition of sound is self, and the class dog animal deaf sound self. So this is example of it. You can read it by pausing the video. Now, what is duck typing? Python Python follows the philosophy: if it walks like duck and quack like duck, it must be duck. What does it mean? Means if it acts like duck, quack like duck, and it must be duck. Duck class means def DALK STLP self, and print quack. So this is example of duck typing. Here you can read this. If in this speak Python, we don't care if a duck or human, we only care the object has talk method. Okay, so this is an example which here you can read, and this is most important topic just to remember. Now let's move to another topic. It is very important topic: encapsulation. What is encapsulation? Encapsulation means putting data variable and code functions together in one place inside a class. Means putting data variable and code functions, remember this point I am highlighting it, inside a class. It also means hiding the internal details of how things work and only showing what is needed. These 3 points are very important. It keeps data safe from being changed. It makes your code clean and easy to use. It keeps control over what other access to change. So this point is very important to remember. Okay, what is access modifier in Python? Access modifier means how we give access to attribute and method to the object, and there are three types. Let's see one by one. Means there are three types of access modifiers. Okay, till now every attribute and method we have created are public means. Public means the inherited class and object can access them without what? With them no matter what. And the second one is protected attribute and method. Python protected members are created using a single underscore, but it still can be accessed from outside the class. So you must wonder what is the point of using them. The Python does not enforce protected access like other languages, example Java or CDP, but it uses a naming convention to tell developers. So now private attributes and methods, right? Private variables or method means it cannot be accessed from outside of the class. Remember, it cannot be accessed from outside of the class, only from the inside the class where it is defined. Okay, and the second point is in Python we use two underscore before the name to make it private. It means we have to use two underscore to make the name private. So this is example of making the name private. Okay, means you have a class name which is demo, def init self name public member, so it is public, and self dot age is 21, so it is protected, and self dot salary is 7, it is private. Def so self print inside class. So this is example of this. Here you can read this by pausing the video. Now let's move to another topic, which is abstraction, which is one of the most important topic of this video, of this means oops. What is abstractions? Abstraction does not exist in Python, but we can achieve it using a library. Means it does not exist, but we can achieve it using a library. What uh, we will see what is library later. Means we will see later what is library. Okay, abstraction is used to simplifying complex system by focusing on essential feature and hiding unnecessary details. Right. Another point is it used to define a common interface for different subclasses. Okay. Now abstract classes and methods. What is this? Abstract classes are classes that contains one or more abstract method. A method that is defined but not implemented is a abstract class. Subclass must provide this implementation, and here is the example of this. Okay, where the class animal abc is a abstract class and this is the abstract method. Here the class name is dog, which is inherited by animal, and these are the example of this. You can pause the video and read it. Now the last point of this video is dunder method. What is dunder method? Right. Dunder method are special method in Python that start and end with double underscore like init, str, and etc. They automatically get called when you perform certain actions on an object. They help you customize behavior of your class. They make your class object behave like built-in data types like string, list, and etc. And here is the example of this. The class name is person, def init self comma name, self dot name is name, and p for personal Ravi, and and in print we are using p dot name. So now there are various render methods, and let's see and let's create bank meter by using OOP project in Python. So topic or by this topic my CDP of Python ends. If you have any doubt in Python, you can comment down. I will surely reply it. So that's all from my side. Thank you.